Mr. Mercaldo presents a new virtual field trip, including leopard sharks, sea lions, caves, and more. Mr. Dave Mercaldo presents a field trip to La Jolla, San Diego, California. Let's look at a map of La Jolla. You can see the arrows pointing to our first stop, which will be La Jolla Cove. Now, La Jolla Cove has some really magnificent views. Ooh, look, I see our first wildlife in La Jolla. It's the brown pelican. The brown pelican is known for eating herring and other small fish. It has to avoid its predators like raccoons, sharks, sea lions. Brown pelicans avoid these predators by living on islands and traveling in groups. Some fun facts about the brown pelican is that it's pretty quiet, it's good at assessing when to hunt, it's awake in the daytime, is known to sleep standing up, and also enjoys sunbathing. Okay, so that was the brown pelican. Let's see what other wildlife we'll see next in La Jolla Cove. I'm looking around at the top of the cliffs and I'm looking down. I see some... Oh, is that a seal or is it a sea lion? What's the difference? It looks like the difference between seals and sea lions are in the flippers and in the ears. So what I was looking at was a sea lion. The California sea lion. California sea lions eat some of the same foods that I eat, including squid, clams, fish like salmon, and octopus. Besides humans, the California sea lion has a few main predators, including the great white shark, short-fin mako sharks, and orca whales, or killer whales. The California sea lions can protect themselves from predators by diving down as deep as 1,312 feet and swimming as fast as 25 miles per hour. Some fun facts about the California sea lion are that they actually work well in groups to hunt and have even known to team up with dolphins. They can stay underwater for 10 minutes. They're so intelligent that they have been used in Navy operations. Their intelligence has also made them a favorite by zookeepers because they can learn to do many tricks. It's also easy to identify the males from the females because the males are 3 to 4 times larger in this species. You can tell from all the barking that the California seals are social creatures and love to communicate. So here I am down on the beach going down to see a little bit closer of a look. So it's actually mating season in early July when I'm in California. So I try to keep my distance from the sea lions. But look what I find just laying on the beach where everyone is. Just the sea lion right here snoozing. Right in the area where everyone is hanging out. Just snoozing, having himself a relaxing nap. Unbothered by the humans. So when I got returned from San Diego about a week later, I hear on the news that the same sea lions from right here were attacking people. So I had to check this video for myself. And here you can see what looks like people running away from a sea lion, but what I think is really happening is there's 2 sea lions there, 2 males, and one is chasing the other one related to their mating. And people are getting out of the way, as you know, it's a good idea, but it looks like the sea lions are more chasing each other and not really worried about the people and actually avoiding the people. Here some more sea lions are just lounging on a rock that's right near the entrance to the cove. And here we are in the cove where a lot of people go swimming, but right to the left and to the right of where people are swimming are sea lions just relaxing on rocks and looking around. Here we are at La Jolla Cove. Let's go check it out. So when I embarked on this mission to get a good look at the seal, I thought he was on that farther rock. Then I realized he's kind of close to me right there, so I didn't want to get too much closer than this. Definitely don't want to disrupt or disturb the sea lions or cause any problems, so I pointed at him and quickly came right back. And then I saw them swimming. So there's a seal right here. They were on those rocks when I originally walked over, and then they are swimming back to the rocks. Alright, we had our fun observing the sea lions. Now it's time to go under the water and see what is underneath the water. I bought this new cover for my phone so that I could be able to record some video underneath the water. But boy, oh boy, that water was cold. I'm not used to water being so cold in the Atlantic, but in the Pacific Ocean, it seems even colder. So at first I thought I saw a Nemo, but it's actually called a Garibaldi orange fish. The Garibaldi fish gets its name from an Italian leader who wore orange clothes to battle. And it's actually the state fish of the state of California. It gets its orange color from all the sponges that it eats. And it can be territorial if you come near its eggs, but surprisingly the females are even known to eat their own eggs. So I really enjoyed following this fish around, and he led me to a whole school of them that I saw later on. So when I came out of the water, I had kelp all around me. I really liked swimming in the kelp beds though, because it's good for the environment to have kelp in the ocean. Alright, we got our swim on and it's time to dry off and take a little trip to the cave store. So the cave store is unlike any store I've ever been to. Inside it is a over 100-year-old tunnel that leads down through sandstone cliffs of La Jolla Cove into Sunny Jim's Sea Cave. It takes you about 15 minutes to walk down all the steps. So when you reach the end of the steps, you get a sigh of relief and some fresh air. There's not much to do except look out into the entrance of the cave, where you can see usually some kayakers who are also there to observe the seals. I heard that sometimes the seals walk right into the cave and get an up close look, and if they jump on the deck they say just come right back up the stairs. So there I go, been there, done that, see you next time. For the third stop, La Jolla shores to find the infamous leopard sharks. We've seen the sea lions and the Garibaldi fish, but I'm trying to find those leopard sharks now. So here I go, I got my snorkel and I'm gonna go swim out to see where those leopard sharks are, because I heard this is where to find them. First thing I see is a bunch of schools of fish swimming around. I wonder if that's what the sharks eat. And then I see a bunch of kayakers all around, and the kayakers were looking for the same thing I was looking for, leopard shark sightings. So I asked them for some tips of where to look, and they directed me this way. And then I see it, my first leopard shark. Seemed pretty gentle. I was comfortable swimming above him. He's kind of hung out near the bottom, and I was more on the top. And then I saw something else called the shovel-nosed guitarfish. The shovel-nosed guitarfish is actually a skate. It doesn't have any stingrays, and it's pretty harmless to humans. They live to be about 11 to 16 years old. They can be eaten as seafood if you're into shark steaks. And the shovel-nosed guitarfish has been around for 100 million years. So then I come up again and some kayakers start talking to me.
Yeah, it's me here. Man, that's some cool diving right now.
I agree, it was some cool diving. So I went back down again to look for the leopard sharks. Okay, this is really me swimming with the leopard sharks. You see the underwater snorkeling selfie, turning the camera around, and there they are, the leopard shark. They eat shrimps, crabs, octopus, not humans. Their main predators are sharks bigger than them, but they have camouflage spots to hide. They have an excellent sense of smell. They're not aggressive towards humans. Some people eat leopard shark, but be careful because some of them contain poisonous mercury. Okay, after an afternoon of swimming with leopard sharks, I was ready to go to the final stop of the day, the La Jolla tide pools, to see what other sea life I can find in the tide pools. I always thought tide pools were really interesting. They're these little ecosystems that are only available at certain times of the day when the tide is out. Hey, it's Larry with Mr. Mercaldo here. I'm at La Jolla tide pools where I'm seeing some sea life. Check it out. These are some periwinkles. So the common periwinkle is a little marine snail that is actually edible, but would you eat one? The periwinkles themselves actually dine on algae, which is this green stuff you can see on the edge there. Okay, the next living creature I saw in the tide pool was the aggregating sea anemone. The sea anemone has poisonous tentacles as a defense from predators, and they look kind of furry on the side of the rocks there. The next animal are called barnacles. They can be pretty annoying if you own a boat and you gotta scrape them off, because they have really strong cement sticky stuff that they secrete to stick onto things. but their defenses, they're very sharp and they can cut you if you were to step on them or put your hand on them by accident. Okay, this next animal is called a hermit crab. He was inside that tide pool, and I picked him up and put him on the rock and then watched him crawl back to his tide pool. He naturally has a very fragile body, so he'll go inside the shell of snails to protect himself. So the final animal is the notorious seagull. What's kind of disturbing about them is they eat things that are alive and dead. And anything that eats dead things is something that can carry diseases, so I always try to keep my distance, but now I've seen seagulls on both coasts. So that concludes our virtual field trip to La Jolla, San Diego. I hope you enjoyed it. If you'd like to see more virtual field trips, please subscribe to Dave Mercaldo on YouTube. Also, come let me know how you liked it at Learning with Mr. Mercaldo on Instagram. Look forward to hearing from you there. Alright, until next time.